Internet and the social media are very interesting platforms when you put into consideration how people used to communicate in the past. Think about this, that not so long ago, people used to use smoke signals to send messages. But today, you and I are having this conversation through the platform of YouTube, something that would not have been possible 20 years ago. Now, if you are to look at that and see how communication has evolved over the years, then it is possible, or you should consider a way in which you can be able to leverage this particular platform to advance either your personal brand or your business. And that's what we are going to discuss today, to look at reasons why you should consider starting a YouTube channel. If you are a professional, if you are a business leader, this is a platform that can give you a great deal of exposure and expand your audience and reach with regard to the services or the products that you provide. Consider platforms such as Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, Google, YouTube, Instagram, and very many other that exist today, including the one that is very popular right now, ChatGPT. It becomes very clear that user-generated content is the future. In fact, there is an existing conversation about the future of traditional media, and we have seen it. We have seen media houses firing people, trying to change their business model because all of a sudden the whole infrastructure that they had probably is becoming a problem. They are not as nimble and as quick to change as you and I would be. The rise of individual publishers, whereby with just a smartphone or a laptop and an internet connection, you can basically produce content and broadcast it to the globe. That in itself brings a great deal of challenges to the traditional media, but also opportunities if you are able to tap into it. Technology is a major thing, and it can be used to advance a business agenda or a personal brand agenda. And what we are looking at here today is the opportunity that comes with YouTube. YouTube has not been in existence for a very long time. It has just been allowed for about 20 or so years. And being part of the Google business empire, and I would explain here that Google and YouTube both belong to Alphabet, basically the two largest search engines in the world. It is something that you should consider, something that you should look into at how you can plug it into your either personal business or other corporate enterprises that you run. In this particular video, I am going to give you reasons why I think you should start or have a YouTube channel. And the first one is the fact that you can use it to build your personal brand. If you are a professional who provides services, this is something that you should have as part of your marketing plan. Leveraging the power of video to communicate, to share your message to the people or the audience that you target can be very beneficial to your either coaching business, consultancy, or whatever thing, side hustle you are running. It is important to look at YouTube and see how you can integrate it into your business. The second reason why you should look at YouTube is the fact that YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world. It comes only second to Google. What does that mean? That means that if you are to optimize the content that you create on YouTube, you can be able to expand your reach. You can be able to reach more customers or potential customers. Your audience goes beyond your village or your town. The fact that now, when done well, you could be able to reach a global audience. This is a very important point because if you are a small business or a one-person business, YouTube provides you with an opportunity to scale, something that you may not be able to do in the traditional business model. The third point, or the third reason why you should start a YouTube channel, is because it can be also a source of extra revenue. Every person or every business is looking for ways in which you can be able to earn a little bit more. It is especially true now that we have conversations around uh, economy is not doing very well. At the same time, recession across countries, and also rising inflation. You would need more money to be able to even cover the things that you need. YouTube has a program that you can use when it comes to monetization, and not only can you generate money from the popular YPP program that belongs to Google, but you can also be able to look at other ways, which we'll discuss in another video, about how you can monetize your video content. The fourth reason why you should consider starting a YouTube channel is the fact that it is free to set up. By free, I mean that YouTube and Google does not charge you anything to have a YouTube account, or in essence to have a Gmail account which you use when setting up a YouTube channel. However, it is also good to note that it may cost you something small, because if you are using, or you need to use, a phone or a laptop and internet, those one cost money. But when you compare that setup cost with the cost of, for example, running a brick and mortar business, if you are to consider YouTube as a business, then it means the cost of setting up a YouTube channel compared to a brick and mortar business is very little. And also the cost of learning, other than the time and the effort you may use when you are creating content, it is relatively not as as difficult as you would if you are running, say, a clothing business or a coffee house. It's relatively cheaper. The fifth reason why you should consider having a YouTube channel is if you are one of those people who need a creative outlet. YouTube can be one of the areas where, or the platforms that you can use to showcase your creativity. And you see it all the time with people who are either doing music, people who are doing other stand-up comedy and everything. It is something that you can use to showcase what you are good at. We have seen the rise of influencers and individuals who have become brand ambassador for major corporations in the world, all coming from posting videos on social media and creating content that attracts a certain audience. If that's the kind of thing that you can be able to do, then you should consider leveraging the power and the reach of YouTube. If you are a business leader or you are in charge of marketing at a company, YouTube provides you with an opportunity to reach, as I had mentioned earlier, a very huge audience. And the beauty of it is that you can be able to also be very specific. If, for example, you are to use Google advertising, if you are to use YouTube and as an advertising platform, you can be able to target your audience almost to the town and the area that you want your message to reach. So if you are looking at extra ways in which you can expand your business, increase visibility, create more brand awareness, it is critical that you look within your marketing plan at how you can leverage video content marketing. And one of the things that can be very easy for you to execute is to start a YouTube channel. And if you go on YouTube right now, you'll find individuals and companies and businesses that have built their channel with the content that they think is important and relevant to their audience. And that has included content to do with showcasing or teaching the audience about their product, helping them experience or see how they can be able to use the product, as well as just people who are teaching people about things, whether it is working with a certain equipment, whether it is, you can have cooking channels that teach people how to cook. There are as many channels as there are interests in the world, and some are in niches that probably you have never thought about. Interested in content marketing, then YouTube is a platform that you should consider. There are very many platforms that use and leverage the video based kind of content. But if you were to ask me, I would recommend that you also have, alongside those others, YouTube as one of the platforms. This is because, as I mentioned earlier, YouTube is search based, and it can also hold your content longer than very many other, actually all other social media platforms. Because if I was to give you an example, if you post on Facebook, that goes off the feed within 24 to 48 hours. Same with Instagram, same with Twitter. And YouTube is the only place where you can be able to create content and have it for a very long time. And if you optimize it well, it can be found very many years after you have created the initial piece of content. I have convinced you to start a YouTube channel, and you want to incorporate it into your video marketing or overall marketing strategy. And I consider that you check the next video on the factors to consider when starting a YouTube channel. In the meantime, have a good one.